Liam, you must accept that you have turned off the vast majority of the British public who now despise your organisation, who think you're a bunch of eco-terrorist lunatics.
Well, a poll by ESG for consumers found that 71% of the UK public thought climate change was their biggest concern.
No, I'm talking about Insulate Britain.
Well, I'm talking about the effects of climate change.
Don't care what you're talking about. You're here to answer my question.
The British public are concerned about their children. That's what they're concerned about. And people like Philip are in the complete minority in terms of what the British public are actually interested in.
And I've got no elections have you won?
I've got no idea where he gets his basis from that the UK public are just going to accept the destruction of their children. That's not going to happen. And people are going to start seeing more and more. Insulate Britain and organisations like it are going to spring up all over the world because people are refusing to accept that governments just get away with this blatant criminality.
You're not doing yourself a good service. You're doing yourself a disservice, I would argue. A couple of final questions to you, Liam. Have you insulated your own home appropriately yet?
I don't own a home, Dan. If you bothered to do any journalism,
you'd know it.
You'd know that I don't own any homes. I never have done.
Well, we know that the home where you were living was not properly insulated.
You don't know anything. You get educated by The Sun, by journalists in The Sun who are also selling out everybody in this country with their misinformation. They should be telling the British public about what the Chatham House report is saying, that if...
No, I'm not asking you about that. I'm just asking you if you've insulated where you live.
You don't want to tell your viewers about the reality of the situation.
Yes, I do.
No,
but I'm just asking you if you've insulated
You're giving
your
them
own
misinformation about the reality of the situation.
So you're not prepared to answer that question?
Well, I'm here to say to the people watching this that if you want to know what the weather is doing, look out of the window, OK? Don't believe the lies and the misinformation that cowards like some of our MPs and people in the media are telling you. Understand that this crisis is real, and the only way that we're going to get out of it is if we go into civil resistance against this government, which means sitting on the motorways. And if you're tired of austerity, come and sit on the motorways. If you're tired that they can't fill the shelves up, come and sit on the motorways.
You need to grow up.